Let's get started with our first big news. Daniel Cormier reacts to Jon Jones' shocking retirement. Daniel Cormier, a former two-division UFC champion and longtime rival of Jon Jones, shared his thoughts on Jon's retirement announcement during a recent episode on his YouTube channel. DC didn't hold back. He said, "I said if Jon Jones does not fight Tom Aspinall, he quit. He quit. He did not want to fight Tom Aspinall. It's so surprising. Is he scared? No, but by not fighting Aspinall, he opens the conversation. He allows everyone, all of you, to question why he didn't take that fight." According to DC, Jon walking away at this moment sends a message. He believes that Jones' decision has sparked a legitimate debate about how this impacts his legacy. To walk away right now opens the door for people to start having that conversation. Does this affect the legacy? Does not fighting Aspinall leave an unfinished chapter in Jon's career? And Cormier didn't stop there. He added, "I honestly feel like if Tom loses, Jon would come back. And that's crazy to me because that's only going to make things worse. It'll only fuel the narrative that he was avoiding that challenge." But it wasn't just about the fight. DC also touched on the more troubling side of Jones' life, his recurring legal issues. Over the weekend, Jones reportedly got into more legal trouble, and Cormier wasn't surprised. He said, "The saddest thing about this to me is that it's not surprising. I've seen him do things over the course of his career that have been very dangerous, and it's just not smart. At some point, you hope he finds peace. I hope that if this really is the end of his fighting career, he fills the void with something positive." In a powerful closing statement, DC said, "I will go to my grave believing he quit instead of fighting Aspinall. Jon Jones has to get this together, man. They gave him the money. They agreed to everything. The opportunity was right there, and he still just would not do it." It's a stinging take from one of Jon's fiercest critics, but DC says what many fans are already thinking. Did Jon retire to protect his legacy, or did he simply quit when the pressure got real? One thing is clear, this story is far from over. Moving on to the second story, ILIA Topuria says he could slap Belal Muhammad to get the welterweight title. ILIA Topuria, the undefeated featherweight champion known for his confidence and power, made some bold claims during his recent interview with Ariel Helwani. The rising superstar addressed the hot topics surrounding Jon Jones and the accusations that he's ducking Tom Aspinall. But according to Topuria, that's just not the case. Topuria firmly dismissed the idea that Jon is avoiding Aspinall, and he also took the opportunity to draw a clear line between Jones and Islam Makhachev. When asked about the similarities, he responded, "Not at all, not at all. You can't even compare the situation. You can't compare Jon Jones with Islam. You know what I mean? Jon has done so many great things in this sport. He fought the best of the best in the last 10 years, so I don't think he's ducking anyone." He continued, "He just wanted to retire. He's tired just maybe of the game or whatever, but I really don't believe he's ducking anyone. There will always be a next guy. Now it's Aspinall. After Aspinall, there'll be someone new. It never ends." Topuria made it clear that while he believes Islam did avoid a potential clash with him, Jon's decision to retire seems more about timing than fear, and Topuria has no plans of slowing down himself. In fact, he's already thinking about moving up, not just in rankings, but in weight. Topuria dropped a strong hint about entering the welterweight division and had some sharp words for current champion Belal Muhammad. "Yeah, for sure that could happen," he said. "Listen, if you have a champion like Belal, that's an easy path. You can go slap him, get that title, and that's it." It was a shocking statement, but one that felt right in character for El Matador. With his momentum, confidence, and finishing power, Topuria sees himself as a real threat across multiple divisions, and he's not afraid to let the world know. Whether or not he actually moves to 170 soon, one thing is certain, ILIA Topuria has big plans, and he's calling out anyone who stands in his way. Moving on, Anderson Silva and KHABIB had some positive words for Jon Jones after he announced his retirement. Silva posted this to his Instagram story. He wrote, "My brother, thank you for every magical moment. Your dominance inside the cage is unmatched, and this marks the end of yet another legendary era." KHABIB Nurmagomedov also had a message for Jon. KHABIB posted this. He wrote, "My congratulations, legend. Even we was not friends, but you were the best to ever do it in UFC history, and you inspire millions of people around the world. You have nothing more to prove in this sport." Back to ILIA Topuria, who talks more about moving up to welterweight. With a win on Saturday, ILIA Topuria will cement himself alongside some of the best fighters in UFC history as a two-division champion. While we've seen several two-division champs, we've never seen a fighter pursue a third title. And El Matador made that clear during his interview with Ariel Helwani on Monday. Despite giving up height by making the jump to 155, 170 is not out of the question. When asked, "Before your UFC career is finished, do you think you fight at 170? He replied, "Yeah, for sure that could happen, okay? Listen, if you have a champion like Bilal, or I don't know, many names that I could bring right now, that's an easy path. Like, you can go slap him and get that title, and that's it." During his appearance on the show, Topuria touched on a wide range of topics, including a potential fight against Paddy Pimblett. He's one fight away from the title shot. He actually needs that fight because it's going to be even better for our fight if he gets one more win. We're going to have, I think, the biggest fight in the UFC. Paddy versus Justin Gaethje is good because I think Paddy's going to beat him easily. I think Paddy could get that win easily because of the style. While the MMA community has been divided on whether Makhachev was right to move up to 170 while Ilya was moving up to 155, El Matador doesn't think the pound-for-pound king ducked him. I don't think he's ducking me, to be honest. I would be lying to you if I told you that he's ducking me. I think he's tired of the weight cut. He wants a new challenge. Not a lot of people understand how hard it is to cut. When you get tired of the weight cut, there's no name in the world that motivates you to fight. Considering Topuria is not ruling out a jump to 170, perhaps there's still a chance that we see the two throwdown in the future. So, from Jon Jones' controversial exit, with Daniel Cormier outright calling it a quit, to Ilia Topuria boldly taking shots at Bilal Muhammad while teasing a move up to welterweight, there's a lot going on in the MMA world right now. This isn't just regular news. These are massive developments that could completely change the landscape of the UFC for years to come. We're witnessing a moment where legacies are being questioned. Jon Jones, often referred to as the greatest of all time, has now stepped away, possibly for good, and fans are left wondering if he's truly finished or just avoiding the biggest threat of his career in Tom Aspinall. And Daniel Cormier isn't alone in thinking Jones might have quit. The debate is hot and it's only growing. At the same time, Ilia Topuria, a man on the rise with an undefeated record and a featherweight title, is turning heads with his confidence and ambition. He's not content with one belt. He's openly talking about conquering the welterweight division too, and he didn't mince words. Calling Bilal Muhammad an easy path and saying he could slap him and take the title is a level of boldness we rarely see, and it's got the entire MMA community buzzing. Divisions could be shaken up like never before. The heavyweight picture is uncertain. The featherweight champ is eyeing welterweight, and with fighters like Islam Makhachev also potentially moving up in weight, we could see a cascade of super fights, vacated belts, and fresh rivalries. This is the kind of energy that keeps fans locked in, because in MMA, things can change in a heartbeat. A retirement, a call out, a single punch, and everything shifts. That's what makes this sport so addictive. One thing is for sure, the fight game never stops. The drama just keeps getting bigger, the stakes keep getting higher, and the storylines unforgettable. So buckle up, because if you thought this week was wild, the next one is going to be absolutely insane.